Hello ladies, gentlemen, and otherwise. I'm Lamar Haven. Welcome back to Clash at Demonhead. We're going on to Route 10 today, mostly to explore it. Oh, I get to explain a feature of this game. Notice these little parts like to pop up from the ground? They're actually only one sprite repeated over and over. So if you destroy them, they stay gone. So if you have the ability to aim that much, you're able to do that. Or you can immediately fall down a cliff like I do. Interesting little feature of those things that I was standing on that were falling slowly. If they go down far enough, you fall through them. Anyway, let's try this again. It's actually suggested on pretty much every single one of these specific type of jumps to just use the boots. It's just so much easier. Trust me on this. Ooh, a cabin. We can't do anything with the cabin. Oh my, it looks like we can go up even higher. We can, but only here. Let's go into this cabin and find enemies! Hi! Please, help me! I'm a member of a secret group. They call me Bang. Oh, you should go to the Hermit. He'll be able to give you some special help. He's just there to tell you go to the Hermit eventually, but we already did that. So if you were just playing the game for the first time, there's a good chance you might randomly come across this area and they're like, hey, you should go see the Hermit. It should be one of your goals of the game. And then you find out about the Hermit from other sources, yada yada yada. We kind of skipped all that and just did it first. Can't go up higher than this though. There. Careful! The enemies like to shoot you. Odd habit, to be honest. Alright, I think I can jump high enough to do that. Yep. Ah, darn it. I was hoping to actually get that money. Die, you! Give me money. Alright, so let's move on. Our next route is 4. I think at this point, we should be... Yeah, we're on our way back to the shop. To where the shop officially is, as opposed to the shop that we summon. It's actually the same exact shop, don't get me wrong, but there's something important that we have to go there and see and do anyway, so we're gonna be going to the shop area. And now we're down here! If it looks familiar, yes, they've built several different stages to look similar in certain paths. It's not just you. Ah, careful! Gotcha. Alright. Timing is huge in this game if you haven't noticed by now. Oops. Figuring out exactly how to fire your shots at exactly the right height is one of those skills you have to pick up in this game. It's not a skill I have very much of. I'll show you a trick with the water areas in a little while, but there is a trick to get through some of these way faster than the way I'm doing it, with very little cost. But you will probably take a lot of health damage, but honestly, with how much trouble you have anyway, just getting through water areas, it usually turns out to be a wash. And once I show that skill, I'll probably be doing it more often. Climb on up here, and hey! Over yonder, there's a gold mine in those mountains. You can get money for gold nuggets in the exchange store on Route 22. Thanks! So that's how you handle gold exchanges. We have to go to Route 22. Get to the end of the welcome sign, though, and you find a shop. I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy this, buy this in case I don't have it, buy that, and I believe I will also get some Thunder Shot. Oh, you're so generous! I know, aren't I? I only have $460 to my name now. But, he did mention something about finding gold in the mountains. What he actually meant is gold underwater. Equip the Aqua Lung and we're able to go underwater and get new music for once. That also repeats itself constantly. Alright, so the more the Aqua Lung, the more you have to use the Aqua Lung to breathe, the more it ticks down. So, yeah. Make sure you're in the water for as little as possible, and keep in mind that your vertical momentum can't be changed. You can only decide whether you're going up or down, and you go at the same speed no matter what. Left to right is what you go faster on. Now if you drop down here, we're in the mountains. If you shoot all these bricks, you get hearts. Yay! But go far enough, and you'll get... I'm doing this on purpose, by the way. The way I'm shooting this, there we go. Go down far enough, and you will find gold. So now that I've done that, I'm gonna do this. The game is weird. Depending on where you shoot, it only takes certain bricks out. Shoot high enough, they'll actually take bricks out from areas that are not supposed to be shootable at all. Like that. But it also makes it so that the more you shoot, the more gold bricks you'll get. Now what I'm going to do is, I have 19 gold currently. I'm going to go up and down as a bunch of times, because if you go up, come back down, it all resets. See, you might notice I'm getting, give me the gold. I can get more gold this way per encounter if I time my shots right. Anyway, as I've demonstrated, you can do that to repeat getting gold over and over and over. I'm gonna keep doing it until I have a full count of 99. So, I'll be back. Okay, I'm done with the farming. As you can see, I have 98 gold. We're gonna pick up random gold just on the path, on the routes anyway. You get about 7 to 8 gold bars per go, depending on how much you manipulate where you're shooting these little bricks to make more spawn so that you can use more of them to spawn more gold. It's not a big deal. It's super fast anyway, and taking the time to line up your shots just perfectly is often not even worth it. Hopefully, if you were efficient with your Aqua Lung, you should have just enough to go back underneath here with just the one Aqua Lung. Now, when we pass the welcome sign, we are once again going to get a shop to spawn, but I spent all my money and we can't exchange the gold yet, so there's not really much we can do with it. Go ahead and put the Aqua Lung away. I do have some money, and we can use it to get this. Of course, when that shop spawns, you don't spend a shop call at all. So let's go ahead and get more force points and move on. Ow! Right, there are enemies down here. Die, die, die! And we'll forego the health for now. Alright, so now we want to go to Route 11. You might notice on the map to our right, there is a clearly strange-looking section of the map. It's meant to look suspicious, because you should want to go visit it. Notice how we haven't been told much about the governors, or where they are, or what they're doing. Very few of them have been revealed to us, so you have to look on your own where the rest are. This, spoiler alert, we're on our way to find another one of the governors. Come on, there we go. Has the music driven you insane yet? I like the music, so it doesn't affect me as much. But I can totally understand folks getting a little bit tired of it. Alright, we have ourselves a new enemy. I've been waiting for you. Is Professor Plum safe? He's in a hypnotic spell, and he's making us a very nice bomb. As for you, you've taken your last breath. Ow! Okay, so every time you take damage from this guy, like, just him attacking you, you're gonna have a bad time, and he likes to spit a lot of fireballs whenever you hurt him. It does knock you into the upper part of the map, but, I mean, that's not actually useful. I'm about to die. I have teleport and micro. None of those help me. Okay. Okay, so this guy's weakness, if you couldn't tell, is shoot in face. There you go. Now I've gotten the pattern mostly down, but it doesn't actually matter. I think he's gonna kill me. I mean, I'm going to show you how Thundershot works. See? Fancy! You only get 15 shots. Once the ammo is gone, you're screwed. Oh, that was close. And I just shot the wrong direction. Oops. Well, now I get to demonstrate what a game over looks like. you go back to the start menu, and you go back to the beginning of the route. Big downside, check out my force points. Yeah. That burns a bunch of your force points whenever you die. Whatever you had on hand is gone. Unfortunate, but 1, you're gonna earn it back from killing enemies anyway. 2, you're gonna be able to buy more at the shop. And 3, hell. I didn't mean to fall down that time. And 3, it's still better to accumulate force points anyway, because you're trying to learn new skills from the Hermit as is anyway. Ah, hell. I thought the shots would count and would block the other one. Really? Thanks, game. You're being so merciful lately. Oh, by the way, Thunder Shot's gone. A lot of money down the drain. It's best to just stay down here and let the missiles blow themselves up like I did last time. I don't suppose there's anything around here I can murder for... Nope. Excuse me. Thank you. Let's call the shop. Thunder Shot's not available. Thanks, game. I don't even have enough for another shop call. I'm not that desperate for money now. Alright. Didn't think so. I think I need 300 for the next one. Alright, this time I can just fight him more efficiently. Which is not like this. Not like this. Goodness, Haven. It's really hard to line up my shots, and I forgot the pattern I used against this guy. I'm kind of embarrassed this is happening. I didn't die this many times. I even used the special Thunder Shot the first time I killed him in my practice run. So, a little embarrassing that I'm dying so much, but, I mean... This is one of the few bosses in this game whose pattern I don't have perfected. There's... Ow, really? I forgot you guys could do that. There's one other boss in this game whose pattern is really hard to predict at first. And then after a while, he's one of the few bosses I would say requires a great deal of... not a great deal, but the most skill probably to fight in this game. And, yeah, don't worry, we'll be getting to him. I still have all my health things, yeah. Gotcha! Okay, let's try this again. No power-ups. Oh, right! It is that simple. It's just stand and shoot. Ow. And sometimes the RNG of his fireballs will hit you anyway. There we go. I remember his pattern now. Ow. Didn't duck fast enough. Damn it, I wanted to go past him that time. Ow! Yeah, the fireballs keep hitting you. Ideally, you want to give yourself enough distance between you and him to give yourself time to dodge. This is cutting it too close, but close enough. See, that's how you do it like a non-scrub. I completely forgot that his the only fireball that can hit you if you duck is at eye level. Onward to Route 9. Ow. Ow. Really? I'm taking more damage against you than I did the boss. There. Much better. Feel better about myself now. I'm gonna have to rebuy Thundershot at some point, because there are some bosses where it's essentially required. Actually, there's really only one boss where it's essentially required. Maybe two. Yeah, I would argue two. Never mind about that. It makes a lot of fights a lot easier, also. Really? You're just stuck in a horrible place. Excuse me? That wasn't supposed to hit me, I was ducking! Alright. Now from here we're going to Route 12. This may seem familiar, yes, it is sort of a bit of backtracking, but it's kind of required backtracking, especially if you're trying to go an efficient path. going all the way around the other way to unique routes would have been a lot longer and would have done stuff out of order, and we would have had to backtrack to those unique routes anyway. So you see, this was kind of a lose-lose situation. Plus, these routes are a little easier. Okay, bye! Hey, I even managed to fill up my health. You gotta make sure you're killing enemies along the way. I'll be back. I probably just show you guys a way to get through the water easier, didn't I? Let's do that. Like this. Notice how the bar isn't going down at all? Yeah, as long as you're not using air, the Aqua Lung doesn't take any power away. So if you're only going on the surface of the water, just turn the Aqua Lung and run along. And just go along. It'll make you go super fast. You might be asking, but you said something about taking extra damage. Well, if you're using Aqua Lung, you don't want to jump or you don't want to go under the water at all, because that'll use some of the bar up. 20! Okay. So you just want to go straight forward, and if there are enemies in your way, you just want to take the damage. Because jumping to shoot them, to get the right angle to shoot them and whatnot, is just going to cause you to lose more power for your Aqua Lung suit. And it's usually more important not to lose that power than it is to not take damage. You have more ways to heal yourself than you have of restoring power to Aqua Lung. Alright, now that we went through that route, we want to go to Route 18. Might notice 15, kind of a dead end. There's a reason for that, but it's not something we want to deal with right now. Oh my, a letter. A letter! Bang, we've captured your girlfriend, Mary. Surrender. Route 31, Pandar. What's this? Mary's a prisoner. It can't be. Remember, we had somebody watching over her, and then we found out Tom Guy caught threw him to the bottom of a ravine. So yeah, looks like they managed to get a hold of our girlfriend, Mary. And like I said about the gold, eventually we were going to run into more. And yeah, the missiles look a little different in this area. Be surprised, they do exactly the same thing. I told you we'd be seeing repeat enemies that just look different eventually, and it's starting to happen more and more. And like I said before, shoot those. Darn, I was hoping to not take damage doing that. Ow! Stop exploding in my face! It's rude! Well, it seems that Mary has been kidnapped, and our friend has been sent to the bottom of a ravine. We've managed to fight one governor this episode, but let's go ahead and after another, shall we? I've got a lot to cut out this episode anyway, and even though I want to keep these episodes short, because these can be kind of dense, I still want to kill more than one governor today. Ow! Rude. Ups daisy. Ow. Hate these guys. Got you. Alright. Okay, this is going to be a deceptively easy boss, as some of them tend to be. But for these, just stay all the way on the left. See how they're throwing those explosive SpaghettiOs? They can't hit you if you're all the way on the left. So stay here and shoot. See? Safe. Uh-oh. It looks like we've finally met this governor. How do you use the royal medallions? Are you stalling for time to trap me? I've already taught your friend who went off the cliff how to use them. You'll know how to use them too after you're dead. Alright, so this enemy, what you want to do is you want to shoot him in the mushroom. And if he comes back and hurts you, ignore it. Just keep shooting as much as you can, and hopefully the damage you take from him passing you will also not, will keep your invincibility frames going when he passes over you. And that's how you beat this governor. This is actually a governor that stumped me as a kid, because I'd always try to avoid the damage rather than tank it. I never realized that the big weak point was the cap of the mushroom. I'd always keep trying to shoot the guy. turns out the mushrooms where the brain was. That said, with that governor down, we actually have some optional stuff we're going to take care of. Something you don't have to do for the game, but is useful anyway. And we're going to take care of that next time. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you folks then.